Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 15 of Quarantine Kisses. This is part 2 of Rick. In part 1, Merle had just found out that Rick had been to jail. Jail? What happened? I was more interested in his criminal activities than his stupid love life. Well, I hope you don't judge me, but I was in for cocaine. He looked at me nervously. Cocaine sales. It was the 80s, early 90s. Me and my dad worked in the rag trade, ladies' dresses. The coke was flowing like crazy. You know that. My dad was into coke. Your dad? I said. Rick nodded. He decided to start selling. It was a lucrative market. Long story short, the cops busted my dad, and we made a deal. I went to the can instead of him. Whoa, I said. I wondered what kind of scumbag father lets their kids go to jail on their account. I was in for 5 years. Hardest 5 years of my life. But now I'm sober. I only drink and smoke weed. If you drink and smoke weed, you are hardly sober, my friend, I thought. Wow, I said. What happened to your parents when you were in jail? Was your father still getting high? No. My parents stuck together. There's my brother who's, let's say he's not the black sheep I am. He's a vet, works with animals. I nodded. I wasn't a jail snob at all, but I was thinking, if I'm going to be with a cheating, druggy jailbird, I might as well be with someone super hot. Rick suddenly stopped talking. He lowered his head. We sat in silence for a moment. Then he jumped up and snapped his fingers. Waiter, check! He turned to look at me. I hope I haven't turned you off, he said. Well, snapping his fingers for the check was actually the biggest turnoff of all. John finished his schmaltzy set and sat down during the break. They reminisced about high school crap with Ricky, and they clamored on and on about people I didn't know. Ricky didn't seem to notice it. John didn't seem to notice Rick's change of mood at all. When John went back to playing, Rick sprung up and said, "We're going." It was abrupt. I didn't like being bossed around by somebody I didn't even know. Plus, John was already playing, and it would be rude to walk out on his song. We have to wait till the song's over, I said. I want to leave now, said Rick. He might as well have stomped his foot. Go outside, and I'll meet you, I said. Whatever, I'll drive you home. I didn't answer. I sat and listened to John while Rick stood by, pouting. When John finished, I rose as slowly as I could. Thanks, John, I mouthed. John gave a wave and put an imaginary phone to his ear, pointed to Rick. So, let me drive you home, said Rick. No, that's okay. The train's right here, I said, and you've been drinking. The car's right around the block. I'm totally sober. What's the big deal? Come on. I cleaned it for you. You might as well take the ride. I was sure his car had needed cleaning anyway, but I looked at my bulging purse and my shopping bag. All right, no funny business. I'm not going to attack you in the car. Jesus, he laughed. I'm just being clear, I said. I just wanted to get home where I could have a good, frustrated cry. This guy was like a building on the verge of collapse. He was exactly what I didn't want. All right, I said, getting into his car and dropping my shopping bag on the floor by my feet. See how clean it is, said Rick. Oh, very nice. What's your address again? Just go down 9th Avenue. I'm going to see where you live anyway, said Rick. Look, I'm not trying to hide my address. I'm just easier to tell you as we're driving. I don't remember what we gabbed about in the car, but we were both talking, trying to keep the awkward, drunken energy from overtaking us. When I saw my awning, I wanted to bolt with the car still moving. Here, it's right here, I yelled. Relax, said Rick. I'm not that bad, am I? The car stopped in front of number 110, and I grabbed my purse and jumped onto the sidewalk. Good night, said Rick. Can I call you again? I really am a nice guy, he said, poking his head into the space between the open window and the roof. Sure. Thanks for the drinks. I leaned against the elevator wall and sighed deeply. If this was the best J-Swipe could give me, what was the damn point? We'll be taking Easter Sunday tomorrow off, so tune in for part 3 on Monday.